Have you ever wondered how to truly see someone's character? We all know that first impressions can be deceiving, but how do we uncover the deeper layers of a person's soul? Is it in their grand gestures, or is it in the quiet moments when no one is watching? The truth is, the smallest actions often speak the loudest. In this video, we'll explore two simple yet powerful signs that reveal a person's true essence, signs that may surprise you. You'll learn how to observe someone's behavior when they're with people who have nothing to offer them, and how these moments can reveal deep truths about their character. We'll dive into the significance of promises, how keeping them or breaking them says more about a person than anything else. If you've ever been confused by someone's actions, if you've been left wondering whether a person is trustworthy, this video will give you the tools to understand them better. Stay with us until the end, because we'll not only uncover these psychological insights, but we'll also challenge you to reflect on your own behavior. Are you living in alignment with your values? This video will help you answer that question and maybe change the way you view relationships, trust, and authenticity forever. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. Sign 1. How they treat people who have nothing to offer. Carl Jung once profoundly said, "The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed." It's a beautiful thought, one that suggests that every interaction can change us, that every person we meet holds the potential to alter something inside us. But what happens when the person standing in front of you has nothing to offer? No influence, no power, no wealth to bestow upon you, nothing of tangible value. In those moments, the true measure of their character reveals itself. It's easy to be kind to someone who can offer us something in return, someone with money, status, or a position of power. It's easy to smile, to be generous, to show respect when we know there is something to gain from it. But what happens when that person is nothing more than a stranger, an ordinary soul with nothing to give you except their presence? This is the true test of character. In the absence of any material or social gain, how does a person behave? Do they still extend kindness? Or do they ignore, dismiss, or even belittle the person in front of them? This is where you truly see the heart of a person, where their true nature rises to the surface. It's in these moments, the quiet, seemingly insignificant ones, that a person's character is tested, not by the high-status relationships they work to cultivate or the powerful connections they strive to build, but by how they treat those who hold no power, who are unnoticed, or who are regarded as insignificant by society. Think about the waiter who brings your meal with a polite smile, the janitor who quietly sweeps the floors, or the stranger who humbly asks for directions. These are not individuals who can elevate your career or add to your social status. They cannot enhance your reputation or serve as a stepping stone on your journey to success. In the eyes of many, they have little to offer in terms of tangible value. And yet, it is in how you treat these individuals that the truth of your character is revealed. If you treat them with disdain, or worse, with cold indifference, it uncovers a deep-seated belief that value only exists in what can be used or exploited for personal gain. When someone speaks rudely to the server who is simply doing their job, or when they look past the janitor, ignoring their presence as if they were invisible, it reflects a fundamental flaw in their understanding of humanity. It speaks to a profound lack of empathy, a failure to recognize the inherent worth of every human being, regardless of their role or their social standing. But then, there's another side, the beautiful side. When a person treats these individuals with genuine respect and kindness, it speaks to the purity of their spirit. It reveals something deep within them, a recognition that every person, regardless of their station in life, is worthy of dignity and respect. It shows that they understand the profound truth that our value is not defined by the title we hold, the wealth we possess, or the power we wield. It's defined by our humanity, by our capacity for kindness, and by our ability to see the worth in every soul we encounter. This is a reflection of true empathy, the ability to recognize and honor the intrinsic value of another person, even when they cannot offer you anything in return. It speaks to a person's ability to treat everyone with the same respect, whether they are at the top of the social ladder or the bottom. Because, in the end, we are all human, deserving of kindness and dignity. And how you treat the most insignificant person in your life says far more about you than how you treat those who can give you something in return. I believe this is one of the clearest and most telling indicators of a person's integrity. It's easy to be kind, to show respect, and to put on your best face when the person in front of you has something to offer, whether that's status, power, influence, or the potential to help you climb higher. But the true test of character comes when there's absolutely nothing for you to gain, when there's no prize to win, no reward to collect, and no benefit to yourself at all. That's when you see the heart of a person. In these moments, when the stakes are low and there's no reason to impress or flatter, you witness their character in its purest form. How they treat those who have nothing to give, whether it's a stranger, an employee, or anyone in a position of perceived lesser value, speaks volumes about who they truly are. That's where the truth lies. In these quiet interactions, their true nature is laid bare. It's the way they engage with the person who cannot advance their career or increase their social standing that reveals all you need to know. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. To me, this is where we uncover the most authentic signs of who someone is. It's easy to be kind and gracious when there's something in it for you, but the real reflection of a person's soul comes from how they treat the least among us, the ones who can offer nothing in return. In these moments, you witness compassion, humility, and grace, or the lack thereof. These small actions, or the absence of them, show whether a person is genuinely caring or just going through the motions for their benefit. How someone treats those who are powerless, invisible, or overlooked is the truest reflection of their character. It's a measure of their emotional depth, their empathy, and their ability to connect with humanity at a fundamental level. If kindness is reserved only for those who can offer something in return, it's not true kindness at all, it's transactional, self-serving. But when a person shows respect and dignity to someone with nothing to offer, it speaks to a deeper, more authentic connection with the world around them. It's in these moments that the essence of their character shines through, unguarded and real. An empathetic person does not see others through the lens of social status. To them, kindness is not a tool to climb a ladder or a way to attract attention. It's simply who they are. It's natural, instinctive, and flows from the very core of their being. They don't perform acts of kindness to be admired. It's woven into the fabric of their character. When they treat others with care and respect, it's not for show, but because it's genuine and authentic. It's in their nature. Contrast this with those who disregard or show disdain for people in positions of less power. Their behavior goes beyond bad manners. It speaks volumes about their internal struggles. When someone belittles or ignores the person who holds no societal weight, it's often a manifestation of deep insecurities. The need to assert dominance or devalue others comes from an internal fear of their insignificance. These are people who fear being forgotten, overlooked, or unimportant, so they project their insecurity onto others to make themselves feel larger than life. But what they don't realize is that real strength isn't in belittling the weak, it's in lifting others. In these small fleeting interactions, the ones that seem insignificant, on the surface you can see the true essence of a person. It's in the brief exchange with a barista, when they take a moment to thank the person behind the counter for their service. It's in the way they treat the receptionist, who might be struggling to locate a file or fill out paperwork. Do they pause to offer patience? Or do they act as though they are far too important to be bothered with these mundane tasks. These seemingly inconsequential moments are where the soul of a person shows. Psychologists have long emphasized that it's not the high-stakes situations that reveal the true nature of someone, it's the small moments, where there is nothing to gain and no one is watching. The way someone behaves in these seemingly trivial situations is the clearest indicator of who they are. It's easy to put on a mask when the stakes are high, when there's something to gain, but who you are when there's nothing to gain, that's when your true character shines through. And here's where we need to take a step back and reflect on ourselves. How do you treat the person who can offer you nothing? Do you brush past them, absorbed in your thoughts, your world revolving around your own needs? Or do you take a moment, just a brief pause, to acknowledge their presence, even with a simple smile? These small, authentic gestures are the ones that matter most. Authenticity is not found in grand, sweeping gestures, but in the quiet, everyday actions that often go unnoticed by others, and yet they are the truest reflection of who we are. These moments are not just an opportunity to reveal your true essence to others, but also to yourself. Every time you show kindness for no reason other than to simply be kind, you are reaffirming your humanity, your ability to make the world a little softer, a little kinder. In the end, it's these small, unnoticed interactions that define us. The way we treat the people who can offer us nothing is the purest reflection of the person we are and the person we strive to be. Sign 2. How they handle promises. A promise is not just a word spoken into the air, it is a soul contract, an agreement that binds someone not just to a task or an event, but to something much deeper, something that speaks volumes about their character. When someone gives their word, they are revealing their respect for truth, their trust in others, and their commitment to integrity. A promise carries weight, no matter how small it may seem. And while it might be easy to overlook a small promise or dismiss a casual commitment, these moments matter more than we realize. Whether it's simply showing up on time for a meeting, returning a phone call, or following through on a promise to help a friend, every single action matters. What many fail to realize is that character isn't defined by the dramatic high-stakes decisions we make in our lives. It's shaped by the everyday choices, the small promises we make, and the actions we take to keep them. These quiet moments, though they may seem insignificant, are the true test of our character. Do we honor our commitments, even when it's inconvenient or uncomfortable? Do we show up not just when it's easy, but when we're called to follow through on something that doesn't necessarily serve our immediate interests? These are the moments that reveal who we truly are. Carl Jung once said, "You are defined by what you do, not by what you say you'll do." And in those words, he captured a profound truth. Our actions are the truest reflection of our character. A person who consistently keeps their word, even when the path isn't smooth, is demonstrating an internal integrity that's rare and precious. Integrity is not a trait that can be faked. It must be lived. When someone follows through on their promises, especially when it's difficult or inconvenient, they are proving that their actions align with their deepest values. This alignment is the mark of a person who can be trusted, someone whose word is not just a string of empty promises, but a sacred bond that they will honor no matter what. Think about the trustworthy people in your life. They don't seek applause or recognition for every little thing they do. They simply do what they say they will, not because they are looking for praise, but because integrity is at the core of who they are. They honor their word because they know that their character depends on it. It's in these everyday commitments, in the moments that go unnoticed by most, where their true integrity shines through. They are the ones who can be counted on, not just for the big, life-altering moments, but in the quiet, everyday ones as well. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. It's these actions that tell you who they truly are. They don't need fanfare, They don't need to broadcast their efforts. When they give their word, you know they'll be there. When it counts the most, they'll show up and they'll deliver on their promise. And in a world that is filled with fleeting commitments and broken promises, these people are a rarity, a breath of fresh air in a society that often values convenience over integrity. Their unwavering commitment to keeping their promises is a testament to the depth of their character, and that's something you can always rely on. But what about when someone breaks a promise? This is where the true essence of their character is laid bare even more clearly. It's one thing to make a promise, but it's another entirely to see how they handle it when they fall short. How do they respond when their word is broken? Do they take ownership, acknowledging their mistake, and offering a sincere, honest explanation? Or do they shy away from accountability, making excuses, downplaying the significance of their actions, and moving on as if nothing happened? According to Brené Brown, owning up to a broken promise with sincerity is a mark of emotional maturity and self-awareness. It's easy to hide behind excuses, to shift the blame elsewhere, or to pretend nothing went wrong. But it takes courage to stand up, look at your actions, and admit when you've let someone down. It takes a strong sense of integrity to face the consequences of a broken promise and to own up to it without deflecting or minimizing the situation. A person who can do this, who can acknowledge their shortcomings, make amends, and learn from their mistakes, shows a level of emotional intelligence that speaks volumes about their strength. This is not weakness, it is resilience. It's a quiet strength that proves they are not afraid to be vulnerable, to admit when they've failed, and to make it right. This is what you need to observe in others, not perfection, but integrity. It's not about whether someone always gets it right, but about how they handle themselves when they don't. You have to look for consistency, not just in the grand, dramatic gestures, but in the small, everyday commitments that often go unnoticed. Does this person overpromise and underdeliver? Do they say yes to everything and then fail to follow through when the time comes? Or do they quietly and consistently show up, doing what they said they would, without seeking recognition or applause? The true measure of integrity is seen in these moments. A person who consistently honors even the smallest promises, whether it's returning a borrowed item, showing up for a casual coffee date, or making the effort to follow through on a minor commitment, is revealing their true character. They're showing you their reliability, their consistency, and their ability to be trusted. And when it comes to the big, life-altering decisions, you can rest assured that their word is solid. You'll know that they won't let you down because they've proven themselves trustworthy in the smallest of matters. Their integrity is not just a surface-level trait, it is the foundation of their character, and it's something you can count on when it truly matters. This is the power of small promises and how they reveal the true nature of someone. It's easy to focus on grand gestures, the big moments when all eyes are on us, but it's in the quiet, seemingly insignificant moments that the most revealing signs of character emerge. When no one is watching, when there's nothing to gain, that's when the real test occurs. And when you observe someone who honors their word consistently and quietly, without seeking acknowledgement or applause, you are witnessing something rare, the essence of reliability, trustworthiness, and true emotional maturity. Now, take a moment to reflect on yourself. How do you handle the promises you make, not only to others, but to yourself? Do you honor the commitments you've made in the quiet moments, when there's no one around to keep you accountable? It's so easy to make promises, to speak words of intention and goodwill, but the true test is in the follow-through, in the consistency of your actions, especially when no one is there to notice. It takes self-discipline, respect, and an unwavering sense of integrity to keep those promises, whether they are big or small. Keeping promises is not just about honoring relationships with others, it's about honoring your relationship with yourself. The promises you make to yourself, the commitment to take better care of your health, to show up more fully for your loved ones, or to follow through on your personal goals are just as important as the promises you make to others. In theft and shape the foundation of your character more than any external commitment can. These promises are about building a life that is aligned with your values and integrity, a life that reflects the person you truly want to be. So, when you think about promises, remember that it's the small, often unnoticed actions that define who you are. It's in those quiet, private moments where you choose consistency over convenience, where you choose your word over the distractions of life, that your true character is revealed. These moments shape not only the life you create, but the relationships you build along the way. And ultimately, it's these small actions, this quiet commitment to follow through, that will leave a lasting imprint on your life, proving that you are someone who can be trusted, not just by others, but by yourself. As we wrap up, think about everything we've explored today. We've talked about the true essence of a person, how their character is revealed in the small, often overlooked moments. How we treat those with nothing to offer speaks volumes about who we are. It's not about the big gestures or grand achievements, but how we show up in the quiet, everyday interactions. So, what have you learned from this? How will you apply these insights to your own life moving forward? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please take a moment to comment below and share one thing you've learned today and how you plan to bring it into practice. And if you found value in this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Your support means the world to us, and we're excited to keep growing this community with you.